welcome yet again to an amazing month where we're going to share very interesting stuff about business.
Business group coaching is back.
This business started in 2019 on the cusp of COVID.
Right now, the entire organization has over 30 people.
If that is not growth, you see what I meant when I told you we were bringing somebody with results to show?
That the reason why I need to have this is that people who follow me are mostly sinners. So, so they need to hear the word of the Lord.
So he knew how to calculate cost of goods, he knew how to purchase, he knew how to price, he knew how to repair, he knew even how to collect debts.
You strongly believe Jesus was a businessman?
Yes.
Anyone who sets up a business to work in it, you created a job for yourself, that business will fail.
When the leader sees small, the business is definitely going to stay small, and so is everyone in it, trapped in the smallness.
Exactly.
You who think the business people are not in kingdom business. Ooh.
Good morning, and you are welcome to Business Garage. Today, it is so good to have you. We are excited, and we have been making money all week. I hope you've been making money as well. But if you've not been making money, don't worry. Today's show will definitely teach you and guide you on how to make money. My name is Sharon Tumsime, and I am your host here on Business Garage this morning, and we are coming to you from Worship Harvest Ministries. Business Garage is part of Worship Harvest Ministries. Worship Harvest Ministries is a movement of the gospel, discipleship, and mission. At Worship Harvest, we exist for the purpose of catalyzing spiritual, social, and economic renewal in our immediate communities, and as a result, the world. And at Worship Harvest, we plant life-giving, disciple-making, community-renewing churches. So we are all about planting churches. And we believe that church begins on Monday and Sunday is garage time. And so here we are on Business Garage, a part of the Business Leaders Network, which is a part of Worship Harvest Ministries, where we resource and equip businessmen and women to go out in the marketplace and extend the kingdom of God in the marketplace. So God is everywhere. He is in the marketplace as well. And so that's what we do. We equip you to be that amazing business owner for the sake and for the mission. Yes, the mission of the gospel, spreading the gospel throughout the world, letting people know that Jesus loved them and he died for them and gave up everything so that they could have life in eternity with him. So that's what we do at Business Garage. And so if you are looking for a church to belong, Worship Harvest. If you have a church that you belong to, tune into Business Garage and don't forget to go to Garage. And so today's show is amazing. So the first thing you need to do is quickly share the link. Share the link with your friends, with your relatives. Just let them know that they should tune in, because today's show is for everybody. It's not only business owners. It is for that employee, that student, whoever you are. As long as you're a human being, you definitely benefit from today's show. But that said and done, we have always learned here on Business Garage that everyone that is either employed or business owner, you're all running some sort of business. So this one is going to definitely bless you, bless you, bless you. And today's show is a wonderful one. We are speaking to an amazing lady, a dreamer, someone who started from one and now is going for thousands. Yes, thousands. So a little one is becoming 1,000 in her life. You know that verse, and the Lord is surely hastening it in his time. And so we're going to talk to Diana Kibuuka. You're welcome, Diana.
Thank you very much, Sharon. It's a pleasure to be here. Good morning to everyone.
Yes, and those of you that do not know Diana, if you've not seen her on TikTok, you're the only one. But I'll do you that favor and tell you a little bit about her. Diana is a lawyer by training, by education, by profession. She's actually a certified lawyer. Yes, she's a certified lawyer, but that's not what she does these days. She does a bit of law, but she does something else that we're going to talk about today. But she's also a wife. She's a mother, she's a sister, she's a friend, but above all, she's a master connector who loves the Lord. And so today she's here to share business secrets. And she's the National Director of BNI Uganda. BNI is Business Network International. It is in over 70 countries worldwide with over 340,000 members. In Uganda, it's been in existence for 10 years. So this year, they are celebrating 10 years, and she's going to tell us a little bit about that 10-year journey. So she has grown the brand of BNI in Uganda from 1 to currently over 600 members. And she'll tell us a little bit more about that. But above all, she's an amazing, amazing individual. She's previously been here on Business Garage, so you can check out her previous interview where Pastor B3 had the pleasure of talking to her, so you can get a little bit. But in case you're not going to go back, she's going to tell us a little bit. So you are welcome, Diana, to Business Garage this morning.
Thank you very much, Sharon.
Yes, it's so good to have you back.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Yes. Oh, yes. And so, Diana, on Business Garage, we always like to give our guests an opportunity to send their greetings, their shout outs to those that love them and the ones that they love. Yes, and wherever it is, do send your greetings.
Thank you very much, Sharon. I would like to send my greetings to my mother. She's 78 years old and she's still running a business, and she's the one who taught me about business. I would also like to send my shout out to my husband and my 2 sons. I love you so much. And then my siblings, a big bunch of people who cheer me on every day. And lastly, to the bigger BNI community, thank you so much for choosing to walk this journey. And I'm excited to be here, Sharon, and to share my story.
Yes, amazing, amazing. And so, Diana, we want to just get right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your small background. I know it's a big one, but I'm sure you can summarize it. Where you started and how you finally end up in BNI running Business Network International Uganda. So for our viewers, if you hear BNI, that's Business Network International. For the rest of the show, we will say BNI. Okay? All right, Diana.
Thank you, Sharon. One thing that really defines me is my large family network. I was born into a family with, I'm one of 10 siblings.
Wow.
And we have a very large extended family, which we lived with. And I think that's really where my networking started. But I didn't define it as such. But as I grew, I always had a community of people that I could tap into for wisdom, for lessons, for opportunities. And in 2013, when as a young lawyer, I met a client who was talking to me about BNI, Business Network International, I really could understand how it worked.
Yeah.
But what I doubted, and what I wasn't sure about is whether it would be something that would be worth, pursuing.
Yeah.
And so my client from Nairobi, Kenya, had seen me help him solve different problems in this city. He had come in, was relocating, and I always knew a good guy, a good plumber.
I knew a
guy. So when he told me about an opportunity for Business Network International to go and explore and see, I really said no. Really, I told him, no, thank you. I have a network. I'm okay,
Yes.
But I think what got me to get on a plane in December, because I did have to go to Nairobi to see, is really the essence of what he told me, that you are helping people through this network. By connecting people, you're helping people. And I believe helping people. Yeah? So I said, let me go and see. So when I get to Nairobi, Sharon, I walk into a room and I find this community of business leaders at 6 a.m. And I find that they're actually talking about business, their personal businesses, and they're talking about the referrals they give each other that lead to business. But the most amazing thing is when they told me that there are no commissions passed. When people pass business referrals, there are actually no commissions passed.
Yeah.
And why that was amazing for me is because as a lawyer, I had seen so many transactions where commission had become, a noose round the transaction.
Yeah.
And so I felt that if businesses can help each other grow without, taking from each other, then each of those businesses would be strong enough to thrive and then lift up others. And then, of course, the element that I actually saw people helping each other. For me, those two motivators made me come back with a commitment to start BNI in Uganda.
In Uganda. So, wow, amazing. So you go listen to this guy. He tells you, you know what? You're already doing this business network thing. You're connecting people as it is. So at what point do you then decide that, I'm going to start this in Uganda?
Interestingly, it was immediately, I heard in the room that their philosophy is about givers gain.
Yes.
Helping each other to grow.
Yeah.
It resonated with me, given my family background.
Yes.
I do have a big family, very supportive family, and I thank God for that.
Yeah.
And they really had created opportunities for me, advised me, and I felt that if every business owner had an opportunity to be part of a community of people who could support them to achieve their dreams, then it would be a better world. So really, as I boarded the plane to come back home, I wrote a list of 100 people and invited 60.
All right.
24th July 2014 at Imperial Royal Hotel, we had our first meeting, and of those 60, 4 remained. Of those 4, today we have 600 business owners.
Amazing. So you invite 60? How many showed up?
I invite 100. 60 showed up. And then of those 64 remained in the room.
In the room. They were the ones who were sold out to whatever vision you had at that moment, whatever it was that you were selling. At that time, how many were you thinking about?
At that time,
when you called, you know?
Yes.
Yes.
Really, at that time, I just wanted to start the first group. I had my legal career. I wasn't looking for a new space.
Yes, yeah.
I actually thought I would start the first group and then go on and continue with my life. You know,
so the plan was start these guys off,
group,
continue back to the law firm.
Possible, and surely they'll figure it out.
Point a few liters and get out of here. Yes. And so when does that change? When do you realize this is my baby? Who am I earning my child to?
I think it changed in 2020. First of all, that first chapter was launched in 2015. Now, when I was launching that chapter, a lot of people were telling me that, you know, Kampala has a lot of buffet, and you're going to collect all of them, put them in a room, and create problems. So, and also, of course, I was telling people starting time is 6:30 because it's early start in the morning, your first appointment of the day, your first energy. And so I decided to call the chapter Integrity. I spoke and said, you know, this chapter will have people of integrity. BNI will be a place of integrity, not buffet. Yes. And
you have to translate for our international audience. What are buffet?
Not thieves. Buffet are thieves and robbers and crooks, fraudsters. Yes. So, and then, you know, as I was walking towards the launch of that chapter, there was one transaction which happened, $1 million, over $1 million. And I remember I just thought to myself, this thing actually works. If you get people together, they create opportunities for each other. It was not me. I think when I realized the power is that first $1 million US. Then interestingly, one thing that I have seen over and over in BNI is that business owners commit to helping each other because of the philosophy, give us gain, because of the values, building relationships, positive attitude. You know, people will support each other once it's clear what your goals are. And so I think the environment that it creates and the personal experiences with members. In 2018, when I was given an opportunity to become franchise owner in Uganda, co-franchise owner in Uganda, I took it up.
Yeah.
So 2018 is when I really signed the dotted line.
Yeah, and said this really works. Yes. Following, seeing people really exchanging $1 million and not expecting anything from the other, and building the relationship that leads to these and more since that time. All right, amazing, amazing. I'm sure there were some challenges. Simple, I mean, you're telling us how you call people and they show. People might think it was rosy, but just like any other business, the start, you've come up with this amazing product and you think, surely everyone should see that this is an amazing, these new cookies on the block are the best cookies in the world. And so you come and try to get people to buy these cookies, and then shock. They don't think your cookies are the most amazing cookies. Yes. So in your experience as a start to a business, how was it? What were some of these challenges that you faced?
So I will say the first interesting challenge is I found out that I was pregnant as I started launching BNI. So I was, very heavily pregnant as I finished this journey of launching the first chapter, May 2015. But interestingly, and this is what I want to turn, every challenge has an opportunity. There are some members who are still in BNI but came on board in 2015, and they say, the gentleman, I went to his office to tell him about BNI, and he said that I climbed the stairs, and by the time I reached, I was panting. and looking like, that it's ending. I was giving birth. And so he said that he had to sign that check because he could not imagine that I'd gone
He
through
could
so
turn
much
someone
effort.
down who is in your state and had
Yeah.
gone through all that.
So it was a big challenge, but at the same time, it gave me grace with a lot
Yes.
of people because
Yeah.
they saw that I was so passionate and I was willing to push
Yes.
in spite of all this other burden that I was carrying physically.
Yeah.
Another challenge, Sharon, was getting people to understand what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
So first of all, whenever I would say BMI, people would say BNI. Whenever I say BNI, Business Network International, people would say BMI, Body Mass Index. And I said no. Now,
Yes.
the concept that business owners can support each other using a structured system, of course, was new, totally new.
Yes.
So, first of all, introducing it to many people who knew me as a lawyer. People said, what are you doing as a lawyer?
Yes.
They asked me, have you ever run a business? I said, no. And maybe just there, a lesson for the entrepreneurs is God qualifies. It's
Yes.
not the world, and
Yeah.
not the world as we know it. Yeah. Sometimes you think that you have to be the best baker to put that
To-
product on
yeah.
the market. No,
Yeah.
try.
Yes.
Yeah. So I really remember questioning at some point, what am I doing? But what gave me conviction is that I had seen this room of business owners.
Yes.
I had seen it, I had felt it, and I knew that this thing which I had seen would benefit people.
Yeah.
So again, for me, it's that sense of helping people,
Yes.
changing the world. I felt that we were going to change something, and
Yes.
and that's what pushed me on. So the big challenge, of course, was really people just telling you,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yes,
And
yes.
then looking for a hotel where the hotels tell you nobody will come at 6:30. And
Yeah.
Sharon, I tell you, for the first 6 months of BNI, I used to get to the hotel by 5 and start arranging tables and chairs. Because even
Even
the
the
hotel,
staff were not ready.
no one was ready.
Those business owners were also
Exactly,
not ready.
Exactly. So it's just I think overcoming the doubts around
Yes,
me, but for
yeah.
me it was the conviction, it was the confidence, it was the need that I saw that
Yes.
this community would change.
Yes. Amazing. So at that time, what was your prayer like? How were your conversations with God? Because many business owners have those conversations. What were yours like?
Mine was simply Psalm 32:8 and
Yes.
said, I will show you the way you will go. I will lead you. I will
Yes.
direct you with my eye. And I just kept saying, God, you said you will show me. You
Yeah.
said you will lead me.
You're the one who said these things.
Yes, that was the confidence.
Yeah.
Secondly, the personal conviction because of having a personal network. And I think many people misunderstand networking to think that you go and build a network. No, you nurture the network you have, from your family to your old boys, old girls associations, to your friends, to your neighborhood, to your estate, where you live. Those are your networks. Those are
Yes.
your core networks, even before you go and join BNI.
Yes.
Because what the wider networks leverage is your personal network.
Yeah.
So I think my personal network had shown me the true test that if you are surrounded by people, like-minded people, in this case business,
Yes.
then you can truly impact each other.
Yeah.
And maybe the last story is my mom runs a grocery shop.
Yes.
And I used to work in that grocery shop. All of us worked in that grocery shop, and it's still open today. And it was a transformational shop because it allowed and created employment for people from her village and my father's village. They came, worked there, they went to school, they got skills. Today, many of them are working in international organizations and banks and, and have professions, but it all started in that business. So sometimes when I would look at that small business and I imagine the impact it has had on
all those people.
yeah, then I would even get more inspired to say, if we can support small businesses, if we
Yes.
can support businesses generally, then we can thrive.
Yes, amazing. And I can see that, based on what you've told us, the story of your mom, that businesses are close to your heart. For you, it's really, really personal because you have seen what a business can do for a home, for a family,
For a village.
for a village, a whole village. Imagine all those people coming through from Kabale, and coming in, and now their lives are completely different because one business owner said, I'm going to open up a shop and I'm going to do it. So it's very, very encouraging for that business owner in this season who thinks, things are not working, things are tough, but the ripple effect of that business you will never see if you give up now. So for that business owner, keep going, keep going. The future truly, truly is bright. And so Diana, I want you to talk to someone who's maybe between 25 to 30. They have just started out. Probably they work, maybe they're in a corporate organization or they're in a business owner. How do they then grow their business with the network that they have? Because like you said, everybody has a network. There is no single individual that has zero network. Everybody has something. How do I grow my business with my network? What do I do?
All right.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'll tell you a true story. One of my young sisters, Sheila, she has worked in different banks and she was a relationship manager.
Yeah.
So guess every time she went to a new bank, who were her first clients?
Yes.
Her siblings. She came with account opening forms.
Made everybody change their bank. Or saying you can add another account.
Yes, add another account in this bank. So if you are a young person in a corporate space, first of all, do the people around you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Do you go home and tell your mother, your father, your siblings, your neighbor? Don't underestimate your church, in your church.
Yeah.
If you're part of your local church, let them know you work in Stanbic. Let them know you work in, whichever brand you're working in. Because many people are customers, probably. And many people, you can become a resource point for them and then solve problems, get feedback, take it back to the organization,
Yes.
So become a problem solver in the organization because of your network.
Yeah.
If people know where you work, they'll even tell you, I saw a car of your organization. Let people know where you work.
Yes.
And let people know what you do there. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm an accountant there. Yes, I'm at the front desk. Yes, I am supporting that organization ABCD.
Yes.
Because they'll also create new opportunities for you. They said, oh, you said you do work at this place for this. There's an opportunity here.
Yeah.
Similar to that. Does it look like something you want to pursue?
Yes.
So once they know you're on their radar, if they don't know you, imagine darkness covering us. Yeah. Nobody knows. But here we are in the light telling.
So it's like you're walking with a cloth covered over you. Yes.
Then for that small business owner, I will say again, communicate. Find, they say 1 minute pitch. Communicate, practice. Communicate what you do. Even you make natural hair products, what makes it different? In what 1 minute pitch? Then offer samples. If you're a small business owner, offer samples to your immediate network. You say, my friend Sharon, I've done this hair. Can you try it and give me feedback? Ask for feedback from those samples. Or let people pay and still demand from your immediate network. Demand they give you feedback.
Yes.
Don't allow them not to give you feedback.
Yeah.
Because that will now help you in product development. It will help you, grow that core.
Yeah.
And then ask. Ask, what help do you need? Today I saw a quotation says there are no awards for not asking for help.
It's true.
Yeah. So many times as a young business, you sit and think to yourself, who even cares? You care. Because you care, you as that one person, go out and ask. When I was starting BNI, I remember going to the hotels and they would give me quotations in dollars. They would say for the room, $1,000. For the tea, $50. I couldn't even begin to imagine how I could put together those resources. But I ended up having to engage them in how we could co-create a solution for BNI chapters to be part of, to meet in hotels. But if I had allowed myself, first of all, not to ask, I would never have gotten the answers. And when I got the answers, I asked again, how can we co-create? So for the small business, let people know what you're doing.
Okay.
Let them test. Let them
try out what you have.
Let them give you feedback. Please compile all that feedback.
Yeah, we fear feedback.
Show them, show them that you've changed. Also for the small business, get some professional support in terms of accounting. Because I think many times in small businesses, we lose money.
Yeah.
We're losing money
poor
by being open.
Yes.
We're just losing money by being open. We don't know the cost of goods. We don't know what's going into the production process.
Yeah, your unit cost, you don't know all those things. Yes. Amazing. So I like what you've said. Many times you start and you assume that everybody knows what you do. Like your family members, you assume that they will come. So you don't treat your family members as clients, if I should say. So you assume that they should eat my cake.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what it tastes like. You're my family member, you better eat it, you know. But many times people are upset that their family members don't support them.
Yes.
But you're right, we don't talk about what we do with our family members. When we go for parties, we talk about everything but what we do. Yes. And so what you've said is quite important. And you've mentioned church, you know. Sometimes you come to church every Sunday, you see people, then one day you're stuck suffering in one of these organizations. Then you meet your church member and you're like, I didn't know you work here, you know, and yet you've seen them all their lives. But that's because we don't say what we do when we have those conversations. For whatever reason, I don't know what stops us, but we don't. But we have learned from you that it's important that you talk about your network. Now, back onto that question. These days, people belong to all sorts of organizations. But then there are also all sorts of events that happen. There are events at church, there are events, you know, at your children's schools. There are all those spaces where our customers are hanging out. But we do not know how to leverage on that space. So imagine, speak to this person that has been invited. Maybe there's a symposium, maybe there's a gathering, and then they're like during the lunch break, meet someone, get to know someone. Then I get to know someone, I get their number. I'm like, you're the person I've been looking for. I get their number. So people spend the day collecting numbers. So they meet 5 interesting people that they would like to help or do business with. But then they don't do anything about it. So as someone that has learned and understood networking, what should I do after I've got these 5 numbers? How then do I use these 5 people to grow my business? What do I do? If you could just share.
Okay. Thank you, Sharon. So the first thing I always emphasize is understand the purpose for which you're going to that symposium.
Yeah.
And once you have the purpose, develop, you know, 1 or 2 key things that you want to achieve from that symposium.
Yes.
Okay. And understand who's going to be there. So that when you go, first of all, you're already in that space. Yeah. You're already in that space that, okay, I know I'm going to be this kind of people. I know this is what I want to achieve from here. And this is how I will take action after. So once you get those business cards, a very simple tip is communicate within 24 hours. Send them a message. Send them an email. We met at this symposium. It was a pleasure meeting you. Please share your socials. These are my socials. Try and connect with them on their social pages.
Okay.
Yes. Within 48 hours. Because you're still fresh, and then you can begin to observe what they do. If you really want to meet them, then set up a meeting.
Yeah.
Yes. Set up a meeting and be very clear what it is you want. Now, I always tell people the best networking happens by building relationships. How do you build relationships? By expressing interest in the other person. So I would say, first get to know more about them before you come running with your pitch.
Okay.
So don't send that email and say, 24 hours, just send a note, send a WhatsApp. Hello, we met there, Diana. This is my contact. These are my socials. I look forward to, engaging with you. 48 hours, connect with them on socials. Then organize yourself. Look for when you can meet with them and ask for a meeting, but do not go to sell. Go and express your interest to learn more about them, to explore an opportunity that may be beneficial to them. And ideally, go, I want to say go with something.
Okay.
Have an idea. Don't just go demanding what you want, because many people think that just because you have my business card means I must.
I'm entitled to whatever you have.
Yeah, you're entitled to my time, you're entitled to my. But everybody stops when someone says, how can I help you?
Yeah.
And trust me, you will be,
And very few people
you'll
ask
be
you
ushered
that
in.
question.
Yes.
Very few people ask
You'll be
that
ushered
question.
in.
Yes. Yeah.
So for me, and unfortunately, many people go to functions in Uganda to eat. But I was.
Oh wow, Dad.
Yes.
Okay.
I was once at a function with very, very, very senior people in this town.
Yes.
And we had 2 functions back to back. So the first function was before lunch, and then lunch was served. They didn't eat. They left. The second function was like a dinner, pre-dinner, and there was dinner. Again, they didn't eat. Then I said, you know what? People who have purpose, they don't come to functions to eat. they have factored in. Yes. And it
Yes.
taught me.
Yeah.
It taught me that what is the purpose you've come here for?
Yes.
So don't just, my dad used to just say, go volongoto, just,
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
don't just go volongoto.
Yes.
Go with intention. Don't take it lightly.
Yeah.
If you're going somewhere, ask yourself why.
Mm.
Because also that time, you could be somewhere else, building a deeper relationship.
Yeah.
So be intentional. Why am I here? And have clear outcomes. I say, from this place, I hope to learn. Or I hope to, take away, as you said, that one contact. And this is how I hopefully we've actioned that.
Yeah. Amazing. So I think that we have learned, don't go to functions just to eat. Yeah, eating is not a good reason to attend a symposium. Okay, Diana, that is interesting. Anyway, so business owners that are now part of a network. They're part of a business network. For example, at Worship Harvest, we have the Business Leaders Network. It's a network of over 200 plus people that are there. So there is a business owner that's actually there in that network that hasn't probably leveraged this network. So if I already belong to a business network, what efforts can I do? What things can I do to translate? Because in BNI, yes, you have a structured network agenda that allows you to grow and start to. For that business space that I'm a part of that might not have that sort of structure, what are some of the things we can use to actually leverage and actually see that your business has grown? Because if I say I belong to Business Leaders Network, surely every year there should be something. I'm saying that, in this, I've learned this, my business has grown like this, or I've helped this other business. So what can I do as a member of a network that might not have a structure to pass referrals, for example? How can I, as an individual, use that to grow my business?
The very quick tip,
Yeah.
I will say be intentional to lead in that network. Because as a leader, you have a lot of influence. First of all, you can begin to define which way that network can help you and others.
Yes, yes.
So take a seat at the table. That's the easiest way, really.
Yeah.
Yes. And people like to think time, leadership, time. No, leadership does not correlate with time.
Yeah.
Leadership really correlates, as we know, with influence.
Yeah.
It correlates with listening. It correlates with beginning to question. Yeah. It's not just about the time element.
Yes.
And effective leadership means that actually you're able to measure the results of your time. So the easiest one is become a leader. Even if it's a small leader, in any way, if there's any role that you can play, ask, can I be part of it? Because it will give you visibility.
Okay.
In BNI, we talk a lot about visibility,
Yeah.
but it will also allow you to shape that conversation. How can this network really help us?
Yeah.
The second one is understand the purpose for which that network was set up, and then leverage the opportunities that gives you. So if the business leaders network was set up for learning, show up to learn.
Okay.
Take down those notes, apply, go back, ask questions. Because they've told, this is your space.
Yes.
It's your space, you're a member. But it's set up for a specific purpose. So understand that purpose and then use that purpose. Use it for that purpose.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Use it for that purpose. Because then you get real value from it.
Yes.
Because then you'll be able to put your need and get results.
Yes.
And you'll be able to measure those results. I think what BNI really creates is a system which you can measure your results by. What am I doing here? Is it worth it? Is it worth my time? And that's what many networks lack.
Yes.
That space where people can ask themselves, what's the value?
Yeah, to measure the value.
Yes. But also, I also ask people, what value are you adding? Because if you're in a network, what value are you adding to others as you wait for others to add value to you?
Yeah.
And what can you describe what value looks like? I don't want to be hypothetical, but I think that if you're in a group and you don't read the messages on the group and you don't participate in the activities on the group, and why are you?
What are you doing there?
What are you doing there? So I feel a lot of networking is just showing up, but not really seeking to optimize or tap into the opportunities created in the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You mentioned something interesting. Yes, we are in many groups and many times you're just quiet there. So the question is, are you adding any value there? You know, so it's important. So you've really brought into the giver's gain, and that's what, you know, giver's gain is all about. Maybe you can speak a little bit into that, coming from what you just talked about.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
And how that helps a business.
Okay.
Yes, because our mindset is we always want to receive, but even the Bible says it's more blessed to give. So even as we draw from there, part of this asking yourself that question, what value did I add? Am I adding to this space? So as a business owner, what does giver's gain mean for them? What does it mean to be a business that gives? What does that look like? Yes.
Thank you very much, Sharon. So giver's gain is a core philosophy of BNI.
Yeah.
And what it means in BNI is that give, literally, yes, give, not expecting, but from the person you've given, but expecting that somehow God, the universe, will give back to you.
Yeah.
So be a giver. What does it look like in the room for us? It means that before you ask how come people are not giving me business, you ask yourself, how much business have I given others?
Yeah.
How much have I supported this group to grow, this group to norm, you know, to perform its duties? So for many business owners, I want to say, sadly, there's a scarcity mindset. And yet God is a God of abundance. And once you understand that truly God is your source, I feel that you're able to give more.
Yeah.
But also once you understand that it is in giving and through giving that you receive, you know, it's a principle. Like many principles, you must live it and then, you know, prove it.
Yes, yeah.
To live it, to prove it. But and when I talk about giving, for me it's giving time, time to lead. It's giving time to show up and talk to people, share your lessons, share the learnings you have, share about your experience. It's giving time, you know, to really think through ideas. How do we do better? How do we change this? It's then giving what you have. Yeah. So in business, we believe every business owner has a network. And in BNI, that's what we give.
Yes.
We give of our network because someone is looking for someone in your network. So as a business owner, I want to encourage us to give to our community, to give to our churches. You know, how are you giving to your community? What is the place where you are changed because you are there?
Yeah.
Even if it's organizing everyone to clean around you, even if it's organizing the young people to create, you know, some information, give some information to them, it doesn't have to be monetary. And that's what I'm trying to take away. Yeah. So many business owners struggle thinking that they only have to give
cash.
Yeah. Yeah. But I hope I've explained that you can give so much more. And if you're in business and you're a giver, what that does, it attracts. It attracts.
Yeah.
And it attracts, you know, first there's the immediate attraction of people who want to do business with you.
Yes.
But even further, there's the attraction of people who want to collaborate with you, to co-create with you,
yes,
to build with you. And then for me, even further, is the fact that there are people who actually want for you to take your business to the next level, investors, and they're willing to come on board.
Yeah.
Yes, because they can see that really your business has, it's more than just
about you. It doesn't affect only one person.
Exactly.
They prefer the ones that affect
many
more people.
Many more people.
All right. I think we have learned something very, very good, Diana, what you said. You know, think about your community and where you are. It's not only about you. It's about that community. What can you give? And it doesn't have to be money. You can give in so many ways, as we have learned and we have seen. And you spoke into something that has led to my next question, and it's it's all about collaboration. You mentioned something about collaboration.
Yes.
Just speaking to the power of collaborating, because it's I don't want to say it's a new thing, but it's not something we do often, and we're not intentional about it. You can speak into the power of collaboration for a business owner, what that does for you, and also share maybe a story, if you know any from your network, of people that have collaborated and done really big things. Yes.
Thank you, Sharon. And in BNI, we like to talk about collaboration versus competition.
Yeah.
What's happening for most of us in business? We are competing. We're competing against our competitors.
Yeah.
But one powerful element about collaboration, for example, which is working together with others,
Yeah.
is that collaboration allows you to work with your competitors.
Okay.
Collaboration allows you to work with completely new people in different sectors. So one example, interesting example of collaboration with competitors is that in BNI, we have different cleaners. And these cleaners are, of course, competing in this Kampala for business.
Yes, all
But
these
guess
cleaning
what?
companies want some of
Yes,
it. Yeah.
But guess what? They have formed a cleaning group
Okay.
and they collaborate by one, giving each other stuff. I have this big job. Can you deploy some stuff for me? Yes. Machinery. Can I borrow your machinery? Mine has just got spoiled on site. Can you help me? Purchases. Can we bulk purchase together and
Oh, wow.
take advantage of the opportunity of mass
Yes,
purchase?
yes, yeah.
These are competitors out there, but they are leveraging their social network to create opportunities for each other.
Wow, amazing. Yeah.
Then another opportunity of collaboration, which you find in BNI, is that many times now you find the events teams.
Okay.
The beautician, the one who does the face makeup and hair,
yeah.
is actively looking for opportunities for the one who does the bridal wear,
Yeah.
the wedding dresses, and is actively looking for opportunities for the photographer, and is looking for opportunities for the tent guy, and is looking for opportunities,
Yes.
So imagine the beautician who has this mugole come to her and say, I want you to do my makeup, has now become a connector for the whole wedding. And we've seen it in BNI where the food is supplied by a BNI member, the cars are supplied by a BNI member, of course, and all this introduction was made by someone as,
one person,
as far-fetched as a beautician. The venue,
yes.
again, it was referred by a BNI member, So the power of collaboration is that, one, it leverages the strengths of the people around you.
Yeah.
For this cleaning group, these competitors, some are specialized in some unique cleaning.
Yes.
So they are leveraging each other's power and they're able to tap into that. Another collaboration story is, cleaning and fumigating.
Yes.
There's a cleaning company in one of our chapters, and the fumigator in the chapter said, thank you so much. You have literally changed my business. Because every cleaning job this man goes to,
he calls on the
fumigator.
Yes.
And of course, for the cleaner, he's saying the fumigator has completely made his life easy because he's able to provide.
Now.
Yes, he has a partner.
Yeah.
So you can't, you can't take that away from them. And
Yes.
the power is that they are each able to focus on what they do it well, add value to their clients. Collaboration really adds value to your clients because now they know you are one source
center for everything.
Yes, and they can trust your recommendation.
Yes.
So really, for me, the power of collaboration is that, do you want to achieve more? Okay, then work with others.
Yeah.
And work closely with them, so that you are able to multiply your returns.
Amazing. You actually just led me to my next question. For that person who is feeling isolated in business, saying times are tough. I'm at my wit's end. Where do I go next? Things are not working. Maybe, they don't belong to a network. What would you tell them now even? Yes.
I would first say start with your neighbors.
Okay.
If you're in business, please at least know your neighbors.
Yeah.
If it's a shop, to the left, to the right, and then ask them how you can help them. Go there tomorrow and say, how can I help you? And to the one on the right, even if you're doing cottage industry in your, in your village, in your chitundu,
yes,
in your compound, go to your neighbor, greet them, tell them what you're doing. Tell the people around you what you're doing. Sharon, BNI never started out to be a global organization.
Really?
Yes. Mm-hmm. That gentleman who started it, Dr. Ivan Meisner, had a single problem he was trying to solve. He was a management consultant, the way we can imagine consultants who come into our business trying to solve problems. And his biggest client, a printer, was going out of business. And the printer was going out of business because his biggest client was going out of business. So Dr. Ivan brought 6 friends together around a coffee table in 1985. And all he told them was, guys, you have clients, I have clients. He has, let's bring our clients together and support this gentleman.
Yeah.
And in turn, let's then support each other to create opportunities for each other.
Yeah.
So, Sharon, from 6 in 1985, today, over 80 countries, over 300,000 businesses, different languages, different, tongues,
Yes.
all living the giver's gain philosophy.
Yes.
And I think for me, it was that pure intention that Dr. Meisner started with. The intention to save his friend who was going out of business, knowing
To see, once this guy survives,
I will survive.
I will also survive.
So sometimes
Yes.
when you're feeling so squeezed, ask yourself, what is the leverage I can make? And if it is to create an opportunity for someone, then do it, because in turn
Someone is going
come
to
back
do the
to
same
you.
for you.
Yes.
It's going
So
to
for
come
me, the business owner who doesn't have a network, I would say start with your neighbor. And for me, it start means greet. Greet your neighbor. Ask your neighbor, how are you? And ask your neighbor, how can I help you? And I think I've seen this demonstrated by my mother again. I keep going back to her, my mother and my father.
In
My
the
father
shop,
passed away.
yes.
Yes, but my father used to always say that you must be concerned about your neighbor. Because if he has a problem at his home, he's going to come,
Yes,
he knows.
yeah.
So make sure he
That
has
he's
no
okay.
problems
Yeah.
at his home. So if you're struggling in business, I know it's hard. I've been there. I'm like a business owner like you. But first ask yourself,
How can I?
how can I,
Help
who's
my
my neighbor,
neighbor.
and how can I support them to be, how can I inquire from them?
Yes.
How can I tell them? How can I share my burden? I've been so fortunate in BNI. I've been able to share my burden with many,
Yeah.
and so many people have helped me
Yes.
grow and toughen up, and
Yes.
But many times it was just that conversation of I'm struggling, I'm hurting, I'm failing, and somebody just shares a word
Yes.
that picks you up and runs with you.
Wow, I like it. And what you bring out is really, at the end, you've mentioned about the ability to ask. And earlier, that's what you told us. Don't be afraid to ask and say, support me. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking to connect with so and so. The ability to ask, to be vulnerable in a certain space and say, I'm struggling here.
Yes.
Help me.
Yes.
Yes. Once you've helped, you can also have an opportunity then to also say, by the way, I'm also going through this.
Yes.
Help me, this is where I am.
Yes.
And I think that's a pitfall of many entrepreneurs. We don't know how to ask.
Yes.
So we don't ask for help. And yet even the Bible is quite clear on the importance of asking. Ask and you shall receive. So I would like to really, really thank you. And then even as we wrap up, it's been 10 years of BNI, and you're celebrating an anniversary this year. Yes, it was in May. Yes, you celebrated 10 years, but throughout the year, you're just celebrating God for his goodness. 10 years, you're currently 600 members, and you're going all out. What does it look like in 5 years? What are you dreaming for BNI? What does the future look like for your business? Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Sharon. 5 years from now, I'm looking at 5,000 business owners. Mm-hmm. Those 5,000 business owners, you can imagine, will each be directly impacting at least 10
Yes.
Employees or direct suppliers.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at impacting across this country 50,000 families who are all able to thrive economically because of the power of this network. Sharon, having started 10 years ago, this year we're doing a celebration. We're hosting our colleagues from East Africa, Tanzania, and Kenya, and colleagues from around the world. We're coming together to share our stories, but also celebrate BNI. And I really want to invite the public.
Yeah.
Please, we're going to be at Munyonyo on 8th of August. Go to our socials. You'll be able to get a link to register. But even more importantly, come and see what God has done.
Yes, it's amazing, and it is beautiful. And we thank God with you. We celebrate with you. And I did mention earlier, she is a member of Worship Harvest. She goes to Worship Harvest in Akawa. And so when she says, come and see what the Lord has done, a little one is becoming 1,000 sooner rather than later. Their target is 1,000 this year to get to that 1,000, and we know that God will do it. His Son has brought you this far. He's not going to abandon you at this point. So definitely 1,000 will come, and 5,000 in 5 years, and it shall be beautiful. But even if you do not belong to BNI, you belong to a network. We all have a network. If you're a member of Worship Harvest and you're in business, you have the Business Leaders Network. The pillars of Business Leaders Network is really community. So you should be on the WhatsApp group of Business Leaders Network. You should be in the Business Leaders Network at your location. If you don't have one, start one. That's exactly what she was saying. If there is no Business Leaders Network at your location, what is stopping you from starting it as a business owner? So go ahead, talk to your location pastor and say, I would like to start Business Leaders Network at our location, and start, because wherever your location is, there are businesses there that could benefit from conversations. So that's the number one. We have community. Number two, we have coaching. We have a space where we coach, where we learn. Business Network is big on learning. Diana mentioned, know why you're there. At Business Leaders Network, we learn. Go and attend the calls. Every morning there is a call, apart from Wednesday when we have flow prayer. It's a 30-minute conversation that happens where we learn from different people for 30 minutes at 7 a.m. So make sure you tune in. We have Business Garage right here where we bring insightful speakers like Diana to just tell us how we can grow our businesses. There's a School of Practical Business every year. Right now we're in the month of July. We'll soon be graduating. There's a business trip to India. Don't miss out on those spaces and many, many other spaces that are available in the Business Leaders Network. So that is community, coaching, and capital. So right now there's a special group of people that are being prepared to be investor ready to receive this capital that we are talking about. Every entrepreneur says no capital, but are you ready to receive the capital? So those are the three pillars of the Business Leaders Network. If you're in a location, start one, join yours, join the WhatsApp group, and grow and learn from that network. Even if you're from another church, you definitely have a network at that church. We have learned. Tell people who you are, what you do, and ask the question, how can I help you? When you help, in turn, someone else will help you. That's really what we've been talking about today. You can leverage and grow your business through networks. It doesn't matter what you do, it matters who you know. And God has placed many people in our lives to help us grow our businesses. Are you going to take advantage of that? Are you going to be faithful steward of your network and use it to grow that which the Lord has given you? So very much, thank you so much, Diana. It's been a pleasure having you here, teaching us and learning from you. And congratulations on 10 years of BNI in Uganda. We can't wait to see what the Lord will do. And speaking of a network, amazing network, there is someone that wants to be part of your network. He thinks you should be part of his network as well, and that is Jesus Christ. He wants you to be part of his large family where he is. And God so loved the world that he sent his son to die for you and me. And he says that whoever accepts him has the right to be called his son. Jesus wants a relationship with you. He's all about building that relationship with you. And it starts with accepting him into your life. And that's the opportunity I would like to give to you. We don't like to leave because we like to say, what will it benefit you if you gain the whole world and lose your soul? And so we want to secure the most important thing, and that is your soul. That is your relationship with the one that created you, the one who will never leave you or forsake you, who wants the very best for you, who has great plans for you. But it starts with you accepting the gift of salvation that he has given you. And so if you want to give your life to Christ and start a journey with him, you can say this prayer with us this morning. You can close your eyes and bow your head and repeat these words after me and say, Dear Lord, thank you for my life. Thank you that you love me. Thank you that you have great plans for me. Today, I want to accept your gift of salvation. Forgive me for all my sin. Come into my life and be my Lord and Savior, and do great things with my life. In Jesus' name, I've prayed and received your gift of salvation. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. And if you just said that prayer, you are born again. And we are excited. We are excited. You've now crossed over into a relationship with the Creator, with the Father. In heaven, there is a party. And we would like to join you in that celebration and connect you to a loving church family. And you can send us a number or a message on the number that is at the bottom of your screen. That's 256-775-642 449. That's plus 256 775 642 449. There's a pastor at the end of that line. Just send them a message and say, I gave my life to Christ today on Business Garage. And they'll connect you to a loving church family so that you can start this amazing journey. It is the best decision you can make. It's more important than any other decision that you could possibly make. And if you just made it, you've done the right thing. And from all of us here at Business Garage, we want to say that thank you so much for tuning in. We are rooting for you. We want to remind you that you've already been blessed with every spiritual blessing in heavenly places. So go out and be a blessing. Of course, today is Sunday. Do not forget to go to Garage. Right after this is Garage happening at a Worship Harvest location near you. So plug in. If you don't go to Worship Harvest and you have another church family, do not miss church this Sunday. Until next week, from all of us here at Business Garage, we love you. God bless you, and bye-bye.
Business Garage,